welcome to this explainer. Today, we're just going to slow things right down. Sit with me for a second here. I want to entrust you with something really special. A secret, actually, about how the world truly works. It's the kind of thing most adults take decades to figure out. And honestly, a lot of them never do. Think of this as receiving the hidden operating system for the entire game of life.
Have you ever had one of those moments where you just wanted to completely explode? Maybe you got a ruined exam paper back and you just wanted to grab your backpack and chuck it right out the front door. Or, maybe it was a missed soccer goal at the absolute last second, a botched relay race, or watching a massive Lego set you spent hours, literally hours building, to suddenly shatter into a million pieces on the floor. In that exact second, wanting to kick your shoes off, crumple up that paper, and just scream. Well, that's a completely normal, totally understandable reaction.
Section 1. The Trap. 2 mistakes adults make.
So when those explosive moments happen, we adults, we often fall into 2 really predictable traps. First, there's blind comfort. We rush right in, give you a big hug, and say, hey, it's okay, I don't care if you win, just try again next time. And the second trap? Anxious analysis. We let out a big sigh, pull up a chair, and say, all right, let's sit down with a red pen and analyze exactly what you did wrong here. We actually think we're protecting you or helping you grow. But truthfully, we're often just making the whole thing worse. Just look at the outcomes of these 2 approaches. If every single time you mess up, you just hear, oh, it's okay, you don't actually learn to let it go. You just learn to numb the feeling altogether. On the flip side, if every tiny mistake is put under a microscopic lens, you don't build resilience. You build anxiety. You end up with a stomach ache before the next test even starts. Neither of these approaches truly prepares you for the real world.
Section 2. The Core OS, the cheat code of Silicon Valley. There's a brilliant quote by Naval Ravikant that goes, your greatness is not determined by what you achieve, but by your capacity to accept what you cannot control. Just think about that for a second. The absolute secret to being unstoppable in life isn't about never losing. It's actually about your ability to gracefully let go of the things you literally never had power over in the first place.
Step 1. Dividing your energy shield.
Think of this step kind of like organizing your inventory in a video game. You need to know exactly what items belong in which slots, right? Otherwise, you just waste your energy. You have what you can control, your preparation, your focus, your attitude. That's entirely your domain. And then you have what you absolutely cannot control, how strong your opponent is, how ridiculously hard the teacher made the test, or just pure random luck. Getting angry at those uncontrollable things, it's literally as useless as standing outside and yelling at the rain to stop pouring. Actually, let me share a story from our sources about a young boy who lost a tough soccer match. He came home absolutely furious, just ready to throw his cleats across the room. His mother simply introduced him to this 2-column concept we just talked about. He sat down, looked at the list of what he could and couldn't control, and he naturally deduced the logic completely on his own. He realized, wait, I can't control my opponent's skill. And if I keep throwing tantrums over things I can't even control, well, I'm going to lose my friends too. He figured the whole shebang out on his own without a single parent lecture.
Step 2. Losing is not a verdict.
Right now, losing probably feels a bit like a judge slamming a heavy gavel and handing down a final, permanent verdict on your self-worth. It feels like this shameful label you have to wear. But listen to me, that is a bug in your thinking. Losing is absolutely not a verdict. It is simply immediate, neutral data feedback from the game. That's it. It's just intelligence dropping in to tell you exactly what you need to tweak for the next round. So instead of tearing yourself apart and asking things like, what did I do wrong? Or why am I just not good enough? I want you to completely switch your internal questioning. Next time, ask yourself, what new data did I learn this time? If you can master this simple little shift in perspective right now, while you're still young, I promise you, you are going to be entirely unstoppable as an adult.
Step 3. Become a process player.
Our sources highlight this incredible rule. Take responsibility only for what you can control, and completely let go of the uncontrollable results. Now, I know what you might be thinking here. Let go of the results? Isn't that kind of just giving up? No way! It is the exact opposite. By dropping that exhausting, heavy weight of constantly worrying about the final score, you free up all of your potential. It allows you to channel 100% of your combat power and focus directly into your preparation.
There's this really beautiful story from our sources about an anxious little girl getting ready for a major swim meet. The night before the race, she just couldn't sleep. Her stomach was in knots. But instead of giving her that blind comfort we talked about earlier, her mother simply asked her to identify what she could actually control. Together, they laid out her very own cheat code. Number 1, warm up thoroughly. Number 2, listen closely for the starting gun. And number 3, paddle as hard as you can. That was it.
And you know what happened? That young swimmer slept perfectly that night. After the race, she said, "I wasn't nervous at all today. I knew I just had to paddle hard. My ranking was entirely up to the universe." By dropping the massive weight of the final outcome, she was actually able to perform at her absolute uninhibited best. That right there is the true power of becoming a process player.
The Crossroads, your dual resolution.
Imagine we're just sitting in our living room late at night, you and me, just figuring things out together. To the teenager watching this explainer right now, the next time you feel like exploding, please know that it is totally okay. We will always hold those difficult emotions first. We will sit right there with you and help you sort the actual data feedback from all the noisy emotions. You know, you don't always need to be first. You don't always need to win. Just do your best with the things you can control and bring your data back to the living room. It'll always be a safe harbor here for you.
And now, just a quick word to the other parents watching. Our world is changing so incredibly fast. In this unpredictable AI era, standard textbook knowledge simply isn't going to cut it anymore. We really have to stop that cycle of blind comfort. And we need to put away that anxious analysis with the red pen. Catch their emotions first. Teach them this hidden framework. Teach them to focus on the process rather than obsessing over the outcome. This deep internal resilience, that is going to be their true competitive edge for the future. I'm going to leave both of you with this one final thought. You now know the secret. You can see the whole board clearly. So, will you stay stuck in that exhausting cycle of anxiety and frustration, just standing there yelling at the rain to stop? Or will you install this hidden operating system, focus only on your own energy shield, and truly master the game of life? The choice is entirely yours. Keep learning, keep collecting that data, and I will see you on the next explainer.